Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ted Neum. I'm a food, beverage, and pork photographer based out of Philadelphia. So on Monday, I went straight from work to go to Philadelphia to watch an early screening of Tony, um, Anthony Bourdain. If you don't know, it was there. It was the film is based on Anthony's time in Provincetown, and I thought the movie was good. It definitely made me realize, and I'm rereading the book, that college age Tony was very much a dick, and I am glad that they did not try to portray Tony Anthony as some noble person that sort. I mean, right now we a lot of us do idolize him. I myself included. I do, which as much as I do want to get a tattoo of a Bourdain on me somewhere, and acknowledging that he was definitely a person with faults. Uh, it was interesting to watch his earlier years. Although I don't know how close the movie was in their rendition of Anthony's life in college, but he was definitely a self-serving, uh, think he could do it all kind of dick, and he has that kind of self assurance that he could do anything, when in reality he does not have the experience. I mean, there's like a couple scenes where it definitely shows, especially to the other cast, that this guy may say he is, but he definitely does not have that kind of experience, kind of situation. And but that self assuredness help definitely gives him that kind of swagger. Whether that swagger is good or bad is up to the viewer. I thought he had that swagger later in life, especially when you watch Travel No Reservations and Parts Unknown. I really, I really feel like after Lehal, he did all the traveling and experienced the different cultures and different people, that it made him evolve and become, still have that swagger and dark edge, but still he opened up and matured in a way where he still had his own voice and personality, but he recognized that it's not just about him and his ability. So if there's one thing you learn from Bourdain, is that travel is very important. It opens you up to different ideas, opens you up to different cultures and different things that you would definitely not get if you just stay in your own bubble, which is important. You need to get out of your bubble. Um, so yeah, I thought the movie was pretty good. There are a couple scenes that really made me say, "What the fuck, Anthony? Why?" In the movie where paid was he did not pay attention to his station, and he just kept on staring at this girl he wanted to bang, and it burned down the restaurant that the chef owner worked incredibly hard to. Even though the restaurant was not, anything special, it was to the chef, and he basically burned down the kitchen, but he definitely did not take responsibility or whatever for it. And then to make matters worse, he and the sous chef, I'm assuming the other person was the sous chef, attempted to rob the chef's house of money for drugs. I'm like, damn, dude. Not only do you burn down your chef's restaurant, but you try to rob him? Yo, dick move. Really big dick move. And then only a nice edge where he finally does the right thing. So it's it's very. I thought the movie was pretty good. You have to really like Anthony Bourdain to really enjoy the movie, but it does make you question Bourdain when he was younger. But again, he after all the traveling he's done and all that stuff, has definitely changed him. So it's not like he was always that way throughout his entire life. I'm sure he had a lot of personal battles. He was fighting throughout from college into to the day he ultimately decided to take his life, which sucks that he did commit suicide. But at least in terms of his food journalism, that sort, it definitely grew because of his travels and experiences. So if there's anything you take away from Anthony's life, is that you should get out of your bubble and experience life and travel and experience new cultures to evolve your thinking, evolve your own perspective, and that sort. So yeah, overall, I thought the movie was pretty good. It did make me question Bourdain's choices, but it's still, a human story, and there we should not idolize any person, whether they were real, or they were imaginary. We all have faults, and we all try to, or at least we should attempt to try to be better than who we were the previous day. So that's my thoughts on the movie. I'm gonna reread the book to, you know, relive his life, or at least those years. And yeah, so that's this video. That's this video for right now. There's some gear talk I wanted to talk about, but I don't know. I kind of bored of talking about camera gear. I'd rather just shoot and that sort. And yeah. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video, and have a good one.